YouTube? Welcome back to Good 26 my career. Get into it. Got two more games. What? I think two more games left. I believe so. So let's get into this
one. Hey, Devontae, what's good, bro?
What's up, MP?
Man, you know, it's crazy. I almost came this close to playing with the High Flyers.
Yeah, I heard. You messed up. You know how many easy buckets I could have given you?
Wow.
And I still can't figure out why a guy like you would want to run with a bunch of stuffy dudes like that.
Hey, yo, chill, bro. I'm glad things are going great for y'all, but things are going great for us, too. It was nothing personal, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. I'm just saying that you made a mistake. I'm gonna show you out there in a minute, though. Make it real easy for you to understand.
No cap? That's how you feel, bro?
That's how I feel.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our 2K presentation of the WCBL. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. And tonight, it's the High Flyers going up against the Union Elite.
Well, MP brings the excitement for the Union Elite, and they have an efficient scorer in Harris as well. And High Flyers are led by the vivacious Devontae Mills.
And both of these teams have done plenty well so far in club play this year.
Yeah, and that's a testament to these guys. The rosters aren't overly loaded for either team, but the Stars have done a great job of leading the way for their respective sides. I expect both of them to be putting it all out on the floor tonight.
Well, the drama setting the scene for tonight's game. It's MP going up against the team he didn't pick when he joined the club circuit.
And in there for the High Flyers, Devontae Mills and Jason Brock are the guards. Nathan O'Neill and Ben Gov are out on the wings, and it's Liam Callahan holding down the middle. And on the floor for the Union Elite, we have Loon Diaz and Mitch Mitchell at the guard positions. Then it's Drake Bird and MP at the 3 and 4, with Brandon Harris down low at center. Coach Weber and Coach Troy both thought MP was destined for their rosters.
Well, look, he couldn't play for both of them, so at the end of the day, he had to make a business decision. No animosity, but I'm sure this team would like to prove to MP that he made the wrong choice.
Well, a big name to look out for the High Flyers is Devontae Mills. Not only a great player, but he's magnetic as a personality.
If Mills doesn't make it to the NBA, I'm sure he'll be on TV one way or another. He's got that level of personality. But he's a great lead guard that serves as the engine for his High Flyers team.
Here's MP. That shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the contest.
Attacking right at the rim and finding very little resistance.
On the wing, Mills. It's Callahan, covered by Robert. Mills outside, 6 on the shot clock. Brock outside. There's the triple. MP grabs the miss.
He bodied him up and made him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely. Some very sound defense played on that trip.
And over the course of this WCBL season, we've seen some great growth from MP.
Indeed, there's been a level of maturity that's come along with his game, not only with his footwork and his basketball IQ, but with how he really carries himself.
Now here's O'Neill. The 3 from Gove. And the ball goes out of bounds. Union Elite will have it.
some 50%.
Well, everything's working for them at the offensive end right now.
Yeah, good play calling and even better execution. And you see them adding to their lead. Right now, they're following their game plan to perfection.
Absolutely. They're getting good looks and finding ways to capitalize.
Now here's Brock. Pass to Gov. They can't stop the run with that one. And as we've mentioned earlier, a bit of a vendetta of sorts against MP in this one, albeit it's in good spirits. But in games like this, tensions can run high, especially early on.
And hopefully no one's trying to make a point and let it get out of hand here. Emotions might be elevated, but prove your point on the court with your play.
Now here's Brock. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 5 to shoot. O'Neal. The three-pointer is off the mark. 10 points separating the teams. Here's MP. Robert, a screen. Three-pointer. Kept alive by Union Elite. From deep, it's MP. That shot off the mark. And it's High Flyers with the ball. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Callahan. Shoots over Mitchell. The three from Gove. MP grabs the miss.
There's no such thing as guaranteed buckets, even with a perfect three-point look.
Fades away. The High Flyers grab the miss.
Coach can't disagree at all with the shot selection.
And a whistle blown against MP. That's his first foul. Pass to Mills. Here's Myers. Bird defending. Back to Mills. And he gets the bucket to go.
Well, now we know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
You could feel them getting more tense with each miss. Glad they got that first one out of the way.
And as always, this is a game that will feature a crowd full of scouts.
Well, to no one's surprise, MP has certainly turned some heads with his play this season. But I imagine they're also here to check out Mills and Harris.
Here's Myers. Pass to Mills. Myers. Back to Mills. Here's Myers. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Mills. Fires the three. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, it's tough to try to keep the gigantic Callahan off the glass at all. Sometimes he's just going to overpower you.
And here's MP on the outside. No room at the end. Locked out for the 6th time in 10 attempts.
I can't smoke 3 or 2.
Out to the right wing. Outside Mills. Inside. Gove with 4 to shoot. Here's Amadawi. No good there with the triple. And you look at both of these teams, some great depth out there.
And with the amount of games that can be played in such a short period, depth is key for these teams. No surprise to see these rosters have the success they've had. A second effort from the big Robert. Coach and scouts love to see that.
Gove with the bucket.
Showing you the instincts he has as a passer.
Union Elite leading this one. Down low. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
A simple dunk, but it gets the job done, all the same.
Yeah, I'm sure his fans wish he would have done something a little more special, though.
But I mean, guys, let's go back to math class. 2 points, it's 2 points.
Here's Myers. To the inside. Here's Gove. Great D that time from MP. Union Elite with the ball. From the elbow. Another miss by MP. And even though a lot of these players...
Yeah, I am... What am I? Let's check out my... 0-5 from 3.
are competing against each other, odds are at some point they'll be teammates down the line.
Yeah, that's true, and it could be in the NBA or any number of leagues overseas. The fact is, not everyone's going to make it, but those who do will know each other from their experience here.
That's good, and Harris comes up with the assist.
Great ball movement, Harris, finding a ready shooter.
Maybe if I activate this, I can shoot something.
Here's Myers. They're having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Here's Gove. Amadawi nails the three-pointer.
We're getting a taste of Gove's all-around game, picking out a nice pass to log the assist.
Here's Pagan. And as we've watched all of these players over the course of the season, you can see what they've really added to their individual games.
Well, the focus for each of these teams, Joe, is to try and get the most out of each one of these players. They've all improved for sure, and some more than others, but I'm extremely impressed with the strides that MP has made.
Here's Myers. To the paint. Gov with the bucket.
I like the aggressiveness there from Gov near the bucket.
Here's Bird. Here's MP. He's covered by Gov. On the wing, it's MP. Shoots a three. Offensive board. Robert. And the layup's good off the glass.
Using his size around the rim, Drew Robert doing work in the paint.
Outside Mills. Myers. Bird defending. Back to Mills. Rejected by Pagan. Here's MP. MP throws it down.
And he tacks on a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk slam.
That's bringing it down hard.
It is, and it's symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Mills from deep, and no good, trying to get that one. And the first half now in the books. It's Union Elite. They lead by 13. And time for a break. The action resumes right after this. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the second half of this WCBL matchup featuring MP and the Union Elite going up against Devontae Mills and the High Flyers. You watch games like this one, guys, you see the skill and the talent that the up-and-coming players have today. It's quite impressive.
No question about it. Basketball is in good hands for future generations because what kids like this do on the court at such an early stage of their development, really, it's miles ahead of where we were just a few decades ago.
Now Harris, shot on the wing. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, for a coach, that's one of those no, yes shots.
This High Flyer squad is struggling. O'Neal with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And it's Gov throwing it down.
What a flush by Gov. This is why you can't allow him to get the positioning he wants inside.
So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. First free throw is good. One falls, so he hits them both. Now the High Flyers with it. 15-point game. Pass to Callahan. Mills. Out of bounds, it goes to Union Elite. And Diaz. Back to Mitchell. Here's MP. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such great length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Pass to Mills. Now here's Brock. Guarded by Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Gov. Goes up from the top of the key. Mitchell brings down the board. Now Robert. He's covered by Gov. MP throws it down. Sort of punctuated the attack with the one-handed slam. I like his style.
Really energizing the whole team.
Now here's Brock. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Mills. High Flyers with another miss.
That's a good shot from him. The offense should be happy with the chance they created.
They get it again. A nice shot by Robert.
And a heads-up play there to read the bounce and capitalize on that second opportunity.
Now here's Brock. Pass to Gov to halt the run. It's rebounded by Robert. The drive by MP and the dunk by MP.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. He's provided almost all the offense.
And without a doubt, MP has been taking it to the opposition. Mills just hasn't been able to keep up.
Feels like MP's throwing a little salt on the wound. First he doesn't pick the high flyers, and then he comes out and dominates them like this. Ouch.
To the middle. Now Casey, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
High percentage hoop, pounding the rock inside.
On the wing, it's MP. He's covered by Gov. Here's MP. He's got 25. Shot clock at 6. To the right side. And here's Diaz from the arc. Pulled in by Casey. To the paint. Here's Almadawi. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
An improving aspect of O'Neal's game. If we have a second to talk about his playmaking, because right there he just made the right play, and he knows that that's important for his team.
Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
And he used his strength to muscle into the post without much fight from the D.
They need to do a better job next time and muscle up on him.
Now here's Brock. Gov outside. No good on the 3. And here's MP on the outside. Hauled in by High Flyers. Here's Almadawi. Pass to Brock. Down low. And it's rejected. And that one's out of bounds. The High... Timeout called. The High Flyers talk things over. And so Union Elite has it here. And the dunk by MP.
And he bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right there.
He'll take those all day long.
Brock outside. Pass to O'Neal. Shoots from 14. Here's Callahan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots coming.
From short range, Callahan nearly unstoppable. One of the biggest players at this level, signing his name on the ownership line of all paint-related properties.
There's Walker. On the wing, it's MP. Inside. Shoots from the right block. And there's another one for the Union Elite. Now Mills. Pass to O'Neal. And here's Callahan. Back to O'Neal. Mills. Here's Brock outside.
Really nice rebounding display. All game long, getting it done on the glass.
Yeah, they have totally dominated the glass. Huge advantage for the team in that category.
Offense and defense have really come together for them, helping to strengthen this lead.
They've taken absolute control of the action. Other team needs to get something going if they want to stay in this thing.
Now here's O'Neal. Clock at 6. Pass to Callahan. Back to O'Neal. 3-pointer. MP grabs the miss. That shot off. And here are the High Flyers now. From deep, it's O'Neal. Gets the 3 to fall.
That is the kind of range that you want to see. O'Neal showing his value and pouring in a little 3-pointer there.
Here's MP. He's covered by Gov. MP high post. Gov's there. Gov with the rebound. To the inside. There's Callahan.
The run has been productive, but I think it's just a little too late.
Yeah, but do give them some credit for playing all the way to the end. Other teams might have just given up.
And that one drops.
Let's go.
Now the High Flyers with it. Pass to Mills. Back to Brock. Six on the shot clock. MP with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Walker. Here's MP. Covered by Brock. Here's MP. The three. He can't get it to go. So no problem for Union Elite as they get the win.
Well, the way MP played tonight, making an impact for this Union Elite team, you could tell the guys look to him for inspiration. Maybe I will too, because not to mention the offense, the defense, the effort, it was everything tonight.
You gotta like MP chances to...
Man, in that move I did like...
Yeah, good game out there, man.
Thanks.
People are talking.
Man, those guys were legit. I could see why Dion said they would have been a good fit for me.
Yeah, but I love how you didn't let up, even though you knew you made the All-Star team already.
Come on, I'm always 110.
Well, good. You're going to need to keep that same energy against the EYBL Select, because this is a huge opportunity to move up in the rankings for us. I can't stress that enough.
With all due respect, Mr. Kelly, I'm trying to be the MVP, so I know how important this game is.
If you could pull that off, that would be massive.
If. Come on, Austin Kelly. You gotta believe in me now.
Listen,
You're my agent.
You're an incredible talent, MP. But you're going against an entire team of incredible talents, not the least of which is your matchup, Ice McCall.
Yeah, I know all about bro.
Well, then you know to take him seriously.
Look, definitely, dude is a beast, but so am I.
I'm excited to see how you handle it.
I'm about to shock the world.